Hi you guys, we are back on my living room floor to talk about everything that I loved in the second quarter of 2025. I cannot believe we are already halfway through the year. It feels like it flew by. I feel like my list this quarter is a little bit shorter than last quarter. I was trying to think of things that I liked before my trip to Hong Kong and after, but I am experiencing some sort of brain fog, so this is what I was able to come up with. Let's just jump right into it. For clothing, I have more like accessory favorites this quarter, I feel like. Starting off with shoes, Mary Jane's really had their moment with me. The first pair being the Asics Gel Philamies. These were the shoes that I wore all throughout Hong Kong, and they were basically like wearing a running shoe. They were so supportive. The heels are quite thick, they're quite chunky, but I honestly don't mind it. When I was looking for a more comfortable shoe to wear on my trip, I was thinking about like Solomon's or the On Clouds or some other running shoes, Asics as well. Looking at Asics, I came across these ones. I just felt like I'd wear those more on a day-to-day basis and not just like when I want to work out or I just need running shoes. So they were my go. Another pair of Mary Jane's that I really loved was this pair from Rockfish Weatherwear. They are just really cute. I feel like they're a hybrid between like a running shoe and a little flat. They're kind of like the sneakerina style. I love the lace-up detail and the piping. These have a really thick sole, so they were really comfortable too. And the final Mary Jane that I really loved this quarter was this pair from Rolly Nation. These are just a pair of black Mary Janes. I wear my Dolce Vitas a lot, the red ones with the buckle. I love them. I've worn them to the ground literally, but these ones have a little bit of a more reinforced sole, I find. Let's ignore the fact that they're really custy right now. They're just a lot more comfortable. They were the perfect shoe to walk around in. They have like a little heel pad on the back for extra cushioning. I have two bags to show you guys. The first one being this bag from Uniqlo. I worked with them in April and they actually sent me this bag, but it is just a crossbody multi-pocket bag. It's a great material. It can be washed, it can be wiped down. My sketchbook, my notebook, my cameras, everything like that, and the strap is adjustable. The next bag that I've really been loving, okay, I feel like I need to preface this by saying I am starting to ramp up my thesis work, and so every bag that I bring needs to be able to fit like my sketchbook, my notebook, and everything so that I can be working wherever I go. So this bag is another big bag. This is from JW Pay. I just really like the shape of this bag. I love like a slouchy kind of bag, softer than any other like faux leather bag I've ever had. I will say that it doesn't have like a ton of compartments like other bags of mine do, so everything kind of just gets thrown into this big bucket. The last accessory that I have for you guys is more of like a category, big scrunchies. I feel like I am late to this trend. I feel like it was really popular maybe like 2 years ago, but if you're later to a trend, it just means that you've really taken the time to figure out if you like it or not. As I mentioned in my previous quarterly favorites, I think I've really been loving slicking back my hair, even more so now that it's getting humid. It was really humid on my trip, and so I was throwing that hair up all the time. I'm surprised I'm not bald. I loved to accessorize with this scrunchie, particularly a really pretty pointel, like a pointel kind of lace, but I think it's really cute for the summer. It kind of brightens up an outfit and also adds an accessory without having to add like excessive layers during the heat. But it could also look really cute in the winter, because I always find that I have to put my hair up in the winter because my hair gets all staticky and dry. So to avoid it sticking to my face, I put it up, and I feel like it could look really cute with like a big coat, a big scarf, like literally everything covered up and your head being the only thing that's showing, and then having this little bud in the back could be really cute. I only have 3 actual clothing favorites, one of them being what I'm wearing right now. This Suzanne top you've probably seen in a bunch of my vlogs and a bunch of my outfit videos. I wear this all the time. I think it is so cute. It's so feminine. It's really nice to wear with skirts. It's also really cute with like the Muji Hakama pants. That juxtaposition between like a baggy pant and like a really feminine top is really cute to me. And yeah, it also ties up in the back, which I think is a really pretty detail. Second clothing favorite that I have, actually I don't have with me, it's at my mom's house, are these Snow Peak lightweight pants. I wore these everywhere. Wherever we were going, I wore it on the plane. It was the most comfortable pair of pants I've ever put on my body. They're super lightweight. They're so wide. They have like an adjustable waistband, have adjustable like ankle bands too, so you can kind of make like a balloon pant too. They're just a really versatile pair of pants. I love them. I can't wait to wear them literally everywhere this summer. I think they'll be perfect for like camping, going to the cottage, doing like night bonfire kind of thing, because it'll cover up your legs. The final clothing thing that I've really been liking is long dresses over long long pants. I know we're in a heat wave, so it feels kind of silly to be saying this, but I've always loved wearing like skirts and dresses over pants. Recently, I've really been liking like a maxi dress over pants. I feel like I always struggled with styling that specific style because I felt like it looked kind of weird on my body, but I recently found like a cut of dress and like also a cut of pant that I really like. And also just looking at like the Vietnamese out dye styles and like how they style their kind of dresses with a high slit over the pant. They're really pretty. I've been really interested in experimenting with that. I have a couple new favorites for makeup and skincare. Shocker. Let's talk about fragrance first. I think at the beginning of this year I was gifted Maison Margiela Replica's Lazy Sunday Morning. That is also at my mom's house, so I don't have the bottle, but I really love this scent. It's so fresh and so clean. I love it on my body more than I like it like smelling it from the bottle. It's just a good everyday scent. Another new everyday scent that I've been introducing is this one from Eye Candle. They're a Taipei based fragrance brand, and this is their scent Big Cloud. I feel like it just smells like really fresh, almost citrusy, like almost every other scent that I really like in my collection. I would say it's similar to incense kind of smell, plus like Le Labo's Noir 29. Also take this with a grain of salt because I still don't have my sense of smell completely back, so I may be completely wrong. I think in my last favorites video I mentioned that I was liking concepts of a brown mascara, and a friend of mine suggested the Heroin Make Pro Keep mascara because it comes in brown and it's waterproof, and I really like it. Applicator is like really fine and it separates my lashes really well. I did have a lash perm for most of this quarter and that was really nice. I liked just not having to wear anything on my eyes. Now that it's kind of falling and I have like new growth and my lashes are really weird, I do have to apply mascara, and this one is really good at making it still look kind of natural. I have always been a girl that is against foundation, against complexion products. I am like a concealer and done kind of girl, just because I hate the feeling of like things on my face, like too many things on my face. However, I was gifted this Milani complexion stick honestly ages ago. I feel like maybe last year, but this is the Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Skin Tint Stick. I'm in the shade 08. This sounds so dumb, but I never realized how little concealer you need to use when you use a complexion stick first. Like I was using a concealer basically as foundation, and I should have just been using like a complexion stick, and I used the Jones Road Everything brush to like blend everything out. It's just a dense brush, but it's really nice. Finally, I have two lip products that I've really been loving. First is this Prada lip balm. It's this like super trendy, like pH changing stick. I think Sabrina Carpenter used it. On a day-to-day basis, I try to put on a lippy, but I am either just like running out the door or I don't like, I think I have like sensory issues, but like this is nice because it's just a lip balm. And I've also really been loving, it's kind of nasty because it was in my bag, this is the Rhode Peptide Lip Shape in the color Lunge. And okay, don't look at the side because I lost the cap for this, but I know a lot of people have their opinions about the lip shape, but for me, as someone who, as I just mentioned, doesn't like a lot of things on their face, I think this is perfect. I do have one hair care favorite, the Matomage hairstyling stick. My Crown Affair gel got confiscated at the Japan TSA. It was really devastating, but I picked this up in a pinch. I had a lot of people recommend this one to me. I don't know why I'm showing it to you. It's literally a jar, but it's just this stick. It's more of like a wax compared to the gel, the Crown Affair gel, but I really like it. I like that it's mess free. I will say that because it is a more typical hairstyling product, it doesn't like rub out of your hair the way the Crown Affair one does, which sometimes bothers me, but I think that this is really nice to have with me on the go. Run through my hair. It also makes touch-ups really easy. I actually have skincare favorites. I feel like I never change up my skincare routine. Round Lab, which is a Korean skincare brand. I was gifted their Niacinamide Dark Spot collection. I feel like it was like last winter. Typically, I do have a niacinamide in my routine, but I've been really liking this serum. It makes my skin feel really nice. Also from Round Lab, I've been using their sheet mask. This is also from their Niacinamide Dark Spot serum collection. I've also really liked the Biossance collagen mask that I think everybody's using. These two masks, this one and the Biossance one that I'm currently out of, really saved my skin from like all the travel days. The last skincare favorite that I have is the Kiehl's Ultra Face Cream. I've used this a couple times actually. I used this in Rome 2 years ago and I really love it. Basic. I feel like cream. Like there's nothing about it that's like really crazy. Plain good old cream. For me, I feel like it hydrates my skin. It doesn't feel too greasy. That's all that I want in a product. So for food and drink, I'm gonna plug my vlogs from my travels because I ate really good, and I do have some like food crawl videos. I would recommend those to get a feel of like what I ate during this quarter. My thesis is based on like Chinese restaurants, so all that I really did on my trip was eat out, and all that I really filmed was me eating because that's all that I was doing. So if you're curious, they are in those videos. When I came back though, I stayed at my mom's house for a little bit before I came back to school. Needed like a matcha every day because I was so tired and I didn't have like my whole matcha set up. So I went to Matcha opened a location in like my neighborhood just before I left, and I had tried it a couple times and it was good. But this time I came back and I've been trying like their other menu items, and I really like their Tokyo Fog and their white chocolate pistachio matcha. I think they're really yummy. So yeah. Hi Matcha. You didn't invite me to your Markham opening, but it's okay. I don't really feel any way about it. It's fine. On the topic of matcha, I picked up a lot of like new goodies for my matcha station. I have really just been enjoying the routine of making matcha, and these products like make me really excited to make a matcha. I've been really liking these two scoopers. This one is just a plain like matcha scoop, like it's like a regular one. And then I also have this scoop, which I don't think is for matcha, but I really like it. It feels like really luxurious when I use it. I had also picked up this little Miffy chopstick holder that I use on my matcha stand to like hold my scoop. The final little like matcha tool is this whisk holder. I picked up a new whisk holder in Japan because I've been using like this ugly one from Amazon that's like bright green, but I picked up this one. It's like a really pretty stone, almost bluish gray. I feel like I wasn't consuming that much like entertainment wise. I didn't watch any new shows, I didn't watch any new movies. I rewatched a lot of movies this quarter. Like I watched Crazy Rich Asians, of course, because I was on the plane. I watched Karate Kid with Jaden Smith, and I watched Wicked twice. So I don't really have a lot of new favorites for that. I did really like Ariana Grande's extended Eternal Sunshine album, especially Hampstead and Twilight Zone. And the only other music that I've really been listening to is a ballet classics playlist on Apple Music, so that I can read and write in like not complete silence, but like no like words. And in my downtime, I've mostly just been watching YouTube. I recently did like a subscription purge. Like I unsubscribed from like a bunch of things that I've been subscribed to since I was like 12 years old. I have been watching a lot of Michelle Choi, Tony Bravo, Issa Sung, and Allison Ho. Sometimes she speaks in Cantonese and it helps me like try to learn, I guess, or see what I can understand. I'm really disappointed in myself. I have no favorite books. I did not read a single thing. I think Joy Luck Club is going to be on my DNF list, which is sad because the only other book that I have on there is The Bell Jar. Yeah, I just haven't really had time for anything that's like non-academic or like not towards my thesis, which makes me really sad. But hopefully I still have 6 months to pick reading back up again. So hopefully once I finish my thesis, it'll be a bit better for me. And the last category is just random favorites that I had no category for. The first one is Notion. I have been using Notion since like I started university. I really love it for organizing like my entire life. This quarter specifically, I really loved it for like budgeting, planning, and my thesis work. I recently started using their Notion calendar as well, which has made it really easy to see like all of my calendar databases. So I have like a calendar for content, for school, for itinerary, and like instead of having to flip through every page, having it like all in one and it's like color coded has been really nice. I also found just in this past month coming back, I really need to prioritize moving my body more. When I was away, I was like moving every day. I was walking like so many steps, and then coming back here, I was like so jet lagged. I kind of like loafed it for a little bit, but I've recently been trying to get back into like moving my body every single day, and I've started going back to Pilates and doing yoga, so hopefully it'll be like a full-time thing by Q3. My final favorite that I have to show you guys is my new little gadget. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I'm sure you've seen this everywhere on the internet. Everybody has it. I picked it up in April and I really put it to the test on this trip. I had spoken about it in a couple of vlogs before I left, but I was really contemplating buying it because while I love the G7X and I love the coloring and the sound quality is really good without a mic, I get really shy about filming in public, and I knew that like going on the trip I would just get a little bit too overwhelmed and not film at all. I invested in this and it's been really game-changing for me, not just for vlogging but also just for filming like TikToks and stuff. It's much better quality than my phone, and the amount of things that you can do with it is pretty crazy. I had also bought like a horseshoe mount and a magnet before I left, and it made it really easy to stick it onto things for like outfit videos. Like when I was eating things, I could just like stick it somewhere. I do think that it's valuable to have both. Like I was kind of thinking about maybe getting rid of the G7X with the purchase of the Osmo. There are so many things that I like about this camera. I like using it for pictures. I also like filming like these kinds of videos with the G7X. I think that the quality comes out much better, and the coloring as well. I'm still trying to figure out the coloring for the Osmo on the G7X. It's just so nice and warm and clean that I don't really need to fix up anything in post. But yeah, I've really been loving playing with it regardless. I love the different things that I can stick it onto, and I can't wait to bring it on more trips, hopefully back to Hong Kong, because I really want to go back to Hong Kong so bad. So bad. I think that's all that I have for my favorites of Q2. Let me know what your favorites were. Can't wait to see what the next half of 2025 has in store for us. And yeah, be nice to each other, and I'll see you very soon.